Hello, this is Molly Reamer with Bridges Grove and 30 Days of Goddess, and I'd love to welcome you to our March practice. I hope this video can serve as a holding container or a sacred space to help guide and inspire you through the whole month to come. So let the themes and the questions and the ideas sort of permeate into you, soak through you, guide you in the month to come. So if you have a daily prayer book practice, that's perfect to continue for this month. If you have other devotional practices, this content can weave right into those devotional practices. So inviting you to take a nice deep breath and settle into your body, settle into this time and this space. And give yourself a moment to acknowledge the fact that you showed up here today watching this video, dedicating yourself to practice again and again. And honoring and appreciating all the pieces of your life that weave together to create this moment of now. And I have a poem that I'd like to read from the front of this month's prayer book. I think perhaps what most of us want is simpler than we might think. We just need the space to hear it speak. May our lives include space for questions, both the beautiful and the unanswerable. May our lives include space for silence, for dropping into center and watching the world spin. May our lives include space for the sacred, for feeling ourselves belonging to the heartbeat of the world's soul. May our lives include space for joy and for play, connection and expansion, contemplation and spirit. Breathe deep and wander your heart through what you want to create. Soften your shoulders and let your dreams curl around you, tasting of possibilities. Open your eyes and look at what is in front of you. Is this a life you love? So I would like to suggest or encourage that we can all live lives we love. And indeed, that's what we're here for. What are we here for if not to live lives we love? So that actually isn't the theme of this month, but it's another question to consider as well. The theme for March is beauty, being alert to beauty, pausing for beauty, awakening to beauty, looking for moments of beauty in your life. And I have a couple of quotes that I'd like to share with you about beauty. And then I have a little bit of more content to share about smallest possible practices. So that is coming up as well. If the beauty doesn't grab you right at the beginning, then smallest possible practices are coming up too. I'm trying to keep my videos this year a little simpler and a little more focused on specific topics. And so I will reference or refer to related resources as we move on rather than trying to cram it all into one video. For more about smallest possible practice, the March video from last year really goes into depth about that topic. So I will link to that former video or that older video below this one. But in the meantime, beauty, let's consider beauty, being awake to beauty, alert to beauty, and looking for those moments of beauty that pop up in the everyday. For example, for me today, it was walking on the road and hearing the sound of a red-shouldered hawk and looking up to see it over my shoulder, and then becoming aware that there was a more distant cry also present and discovering the mate of that red-shouldered hawk further over the valley and pausing in the road to look, pausing in the road to see that beauty and to bear witness to the beauty. So that's what I'm inviting. And also understanding, of course, and being aware of the fact that there are, great stripes of pain that coexist there are great stripes of pain that coexist alongside great swaths of beauty. So looking for beauty doesn't mean that we shut our eyes to pain. It doesn't mean that we engage in toxic positivity and deny that there's things that are painful and difficult, but it means that we keep our eyes open for those scraps of magic, those bits of enchantment, and those dollops of beauty that weave their way through our lives in companion with things that are painful or stressful or strugglesome. So these quotes come from the book Moonlight Gratitude by Emily Silva, which is a nighttime reader with there's a little meditation kind of to read each night. And so really, it's not just beauty, it's about pausing for beauty, allowing yourself that moment of pause to notice and to notice. 30 Days of Goddess in many ways is about pausing and about bearing witness to what is right there, the sacred within you, the sacred around you, and the beauty within you and around you. So this was one of the quotes. What was the most beautiful thing you saw today? Take a moment to reflect on the beauty you beheld. Think about how it made you feel. In that moment, you found the joy of being present and allowed beauty to stop you in your tracks. Look for beauty every day. Allow time to stand still in the face of beauty, even if only for a moment. So I hope this month will include moments where beauty stops us in our tracks, where we stand still in the face of beauty. And then there is another quote from this same book, which is, we have the opportunity to see beauty in everything. We live on a beautiful planet with mountains, trees, sunrises, and shooting stars. Even in the city, we can see beauty in every passing face. Focus on what is beautiful, and soon you will notice that it resides in unexpected places. And connected to that is a quote in the book from E.M. Forster instead, which says this: what is the good of your stars and trees, your sunrise and the wind, if they do not enter into our daily lives? So may we let beauty enter into our daily lives. May we step right into the miracle. May we step right into the beauty that's right there. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't mean that there can't be other things as well, but that we're invited to step into that beauty. And one more thing, this is not so much a beauty quote, but it's about waiting and pausing. Waiting for answers can make us anxious and impatient. In the space of waiting is the opportunity to be blank and open. Patience allows, anxiety pushes. Stay open and allow great things to come your way. Don't force or try to control them. Rest in knowing that timing is everything. So that kind of more relates to February, whose theme was open, but it was in there with my notes about beauty as well. So let us pause for beauty. Let us be awake to beauty. Let us be alert for beauty. Let us walk right into beauty. Let us see, feel, and experience beauty. Let us stand still in the face of beauty. And then the other thing I wanted to mention or revisit is the concept of the smallest possible practice. And this is going to connect to a companion audio that I will make to go with this video, which is about devotional flow as a devotion, as a daily shaping for a whole 24-hour period. Devotional flow, rather than feeling like we have to reserve it only for this tiny little box, or this only for this one special moment. So there'll be a companion audio that goes deeper into that devotional flow. I have a past audio about devotional mudrooms and about pockets of presence, and I will link to those as well. But in this case, I want to revisit the concept of the smallest possible practice, the tiniest practice, and how can you move that forward into the forefront of your life. So for me, since getting back home from the beach this year, I have recommitted. So I always go outside. I always sit with my prayer book. I always take time to offer my prayers and to sit outside. But this year, I am going outside, rain or shine, snow or ice, sleet or hail, at sunrise, or as close to sunrise as I can, before I do anything else except for use the bathroom. So I hop up in the morning, I go outside. I don't bother putting on a coat or anything because I'm only going to be out there. I'm probably out there for less than 1 minute, but I don't even brush my teeth or do anything. I don't even get a drink of water. I go outside and I look for the sun, and if there are clouds, I look in the direction of where the sun usually rises. I mean, the sun always rises in the east, but it changes over the course of a month, a course of a year, and changes position on the horizon. And of course changes time. Sorry, little diversion there. But I go out and I greet the sun. I usually do my Goddess Guide Me, Peace Fill Me, Life Weave Me prayer. Sometimes I just stand with my hands on my heart and look towards the rising sun. And I usually hear crows And sometimes I see something else. Sometimes I notice raindrops or frost or something that's starting to grow, buds on the elderberry trees, etc. But that's the smallest possible practice that I've moved up. So it is literally like first thing I do. I still say my prayers in bed before I get up. So that's really the first thing I do. But then when I hop up, I go outside. And then no matter what else happens, I've had that 1 minute of looking at the sun, looking for the sun, feeling the sunshine on my eyelids, etc. And it is really powerful to allow myself that smallest possible practice immediately. And so that is what I'd encourage you to develop too. Like, what's the smallest possible practice immediately? I think sometimes we can, this goes on through, if you check in with any of my 30 Days of Goddess resources, I continue to come back to that idea, like the practice doesn't have to be big or complicated or fancy. In fact, it's better to have many moments of those smallest possible practice woven through your life, woven through your days, so that your whole life becomes permeated with magical moments, rather than feeling like they have to be kept for only full moons or only new moons or only special holidays, and then feeling like a lot of pressure waits on those specific time periods because you're trying to like do everything all at once. Let the magic moments permeate your entire life, your whole devotional flow, your whole day, instead of saving them for special, or instead of thinking it has to be super big. And so I wanted to reconsider that idea and how you weave those smallest possible practices in. The audio that I'm going to make will talk more about specific ways to weave those moments into your everyday, like throughout your day. But one of the things I wanted to revisit as well is that 30 Days of Goddess really helps us build and nurture a living experience of theology in practice. Theology meaning with an A, meaning study of the goddess. So it's this living experience of a goddess-centered path. The sacred permeates our days. It opens our eyes, it settles our spirits, it nourishes our hearts, and it helps us to return to trust over and over again. 30 Days of Goddess offers us this holding container for sacred experiencing. It offers a sacred space for listening. It reminds us how we are connected to the pulse of the sacred in every day. So when you feel lost, when you feel confused, when you feel disconnected, you have only to come back to your breath, only to come back to that heartbeat in your wrist or the pulse in your chest, to know that you belong. The goddess is as close as the next breath, the next heartbeat, the next pause, the next moment of witnessing. You're okay. You're connected. You are magic right now. Magic in motion, a miracle in motion right now. And it really is. It just boggles my mind to think of the miracle of miracles that we have opened our eyes on this planet at this same moment in time. That is proof of miracles to me, just like the inner life that we each experience is proof of divinity to me. And so that is what I wanted to share with you this month, and we will have a revisiting of some of these ideas in a longer, more in-depth audio. But this video, as it stands, is kind of an overview of thoughts and inspiration and encouragement for March. There will be a set of overview cards or snapshot cards to help guide your monthly practice, your the devotional flow of this month. And of course, there's prayer books available. There's the companion classroom available. There's the prompt words available. Pretty much a buffet of resources from which you can pick and choose to support you in your practices. Because 30 Days of Goddess is all about making a space for the sacred and for yourself in your very own life. So you can pick and choose the pieces that support that connection for you. So I will close today with the poem from the back of the March prayer book, and make sure, back to my little cards, those are available via 30daysofgoddess.com. They come out via email as well as on our website. And we do have a live Simple and Sacred Circle that is free to anybody who's on the 30 Days of Goddess mailing list. So make sure you go to 30daysofgoddess.com to connect to all those resources. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking part. Thank you for stepping into the sacred and bearing witness to beauty with me. So here we go. Settling in again. May a cool wind kiss your brow, softening your tight thoughts and soothing your worry. May the solid earth cradle your body, however you feel right now, wide and expansive or small and crumpled, yet no matter what, you are held. May distant sea song call to you, tugging at your blood and reminding you of the great cycle of ebb and flow and being and becoming in which we all move. May the fire of creation beckon to you, and may you walk straight up to the flame, warming yourself by the light of inspiration. May you feel the answering tug in your own belly, this cauldron of transformation and discovery we all carry within. May your questions fuel your spirit and guide your way. May you nestle into a cave of wonder and listen carefully to what you already know. May you spread your arms and spin on a wide world under a white moon. May your faith be strong and your magic bright. May you walk with the goddess today and all days. Thank you so much for being here.